Do you feel lost in life? Whether you have lost yourself in your job, in your relationship, as in your role as parents, or financially, the truth is that you are not alone, and you don't always have to despair. You can always find yourself again. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips and tools to finding yourself again. If you are ready, let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Adiola, and if you are new on this channel, you are welcome to my channel. In this channel, I upload every week simple tips and tools for finding a personal development, for engaging in a robust relationship, and also having financial success. These are some of the major contents that I covered every week on this channel. And also to let you know that if you are new, you are welcome again. I encourage you to please like and click on the subscription button, and also remember to click on the notification button so that every time I upload content like this, you will always get notified and you can always get to see me more and more in your screen. And so today's topic is so important. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips to finding and achieving self-actualization and self-realization. This topic is so important, especially in the times and the days we live in. Understanding the concept of self-mastery and self-realization will provide the platform you and I need to achieve a successful life. It will help us on our journey through life not to fumble and wumble, and not to even think that life does not necessarily really mean what we eventually think it is to be. Listen, friends, life is a journey and it's a personal one. And your understanding of the principles of and laws that governs life will determine how well you will finish and come out at the other side. And that is why the key for you to not getting stuck, if you are thinking you are lost in life, is for you to begin to assess your current level and then tap into your creative ability to begin to see what are the opportunities that is ahead of you that you can lay hold on. And that is why today, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips in getting yourself back again and creating the kind of life that you love. If you are ready, let's start. So number 1 point I want to share with you with regards to you achieving self-mastery and getting self-realization is number 1. Go for a solitude. Go for a solitude. What does solitude mean? Take an adventure, take a journey to being alone for at least a weekend. You can also plan it if you're a mother or you're a family person that you have distraction. You can decide to take your children to your grandma or your mom or to friends or to any caregiver you can have, and just to achieve and have a time alone to yourself, whereby you can begin to connect to yourself, real deep connection, and begin to search what are those things you get to love in the beginning of your years. What are those secrets that nobody knows about you, that it's just within you, that you know you have this thing inside of you, but it has never ever gained expression to the world. Take a journey to looking back into who this real person is. And to those of you that knows yourself to be a Christian, there's no how you can connect yourself to your purpose and your true self in life by not asking your maker, your creator, whatever you believe in. You need to have a discussion with that self thing to know why and what are you wired up with. And when you sit down and begin to listen to the personal and inner conversation that you have about yourself, that you know with regards to yourself, in a quiet and a serene environment, you are going to discover that you will begin to see pointers and tools and secrets and indicators to who truly you are. And these are the things that will help you in actually actualizing the true person you are meant to be. I want to also share the second tip with you by saying, can you remember those things that you love to do on this journey. Remember those things that you love to do. And do you remember the last time you had fun in your life? Can you take yourself on a journey? And some of the questions you'll be asking yourself, what were those things you do? Do you remember those things that it feels easy for you to do, that you're always in your flow, that you are not getting any special preparation to achieve? That when they say, can you help us do this? You are just saying, come on. Just at the tip, just at the strike, at the snap of your finger, you are saying, okay, let's go. What are those things that when you are fully engrossed in, you find pleasure, you are finding it fun, you don't want to stop. Even you are hungry, you are saying, let's go on. You are tired, you say, no, don't worry, I'll be fine. Let's just keep on. I want to make sure I finish it. Yes, these things are pointers to how you can get to master and really, really know who this person you are staring at yourself in the mirror is. You know, what are those things that you feel burdened and you think you have responsibility to do? These are some of the things you begin to ask yourself during that your solitude journey that you are. And as you grow up, you begin to see how you have lost sight of those amazing moments because of distractions of life, because of weight of life, because of pressure to meet ends, to make ends meet, pressures to make provision for your family. You begin to see how those distractions have steal from you, have drained from you those lovely and precious moments of your life. Now, today, there's no more excuses to make. It is now no more about any excuse. It is now about action, about the time for you to reconnect back to those things that you love and to begin to take action in doing them, no matter how little. No matter how little, begin to take steps and action in doing them little by little. That every day you live, you move, you act, you make sure you do what? You take steps. Even if it is 30 minutes, even if it is just 20 minutes, but you are making sure and you are making effort to doing what? To doing those things. And also, the last point I want to tell you to do is to get yourself quiet and listen to what other people are saying about you. Even your haters, even your critics, what are those things they cannot deny about you? That if you ask them, or your friends and colleagues at work, or your colleagues, contemporaries, people that don't like you, but they cannot ignore you. They don't like you, but they can't ignore you. What are those things they cannot ignore about you? What are those things that they notice about you and they tell you? Somebody like me, when I was growing up, people used to tell me, you talk too much. You talk too much. You know where then? They kept telling me I talk too much. Most of the topics I engage in, they are not useful content. I just talk randomly about anything about life. It was not focused. But I know, to a fault, people keep saying that to me. And that was a pointer to me, to letting me know that at the end of my journey, if I'm going to live a successful and a fulfilled life, that I will be happy, everything about me must rally around either speaking, either engaging, either teaching, either lecturing, or even admonishing or counseling. And that is why today, in this my new fashion that I am doing, I'm engaging, is one of my best states, my best flow. I can sit like this and engage with anybody, teach, especially on topics and areas that I love to connect. That is why this channel, and I encourage you to continually come on this channel every week. You always see content like this that are real, that how you can begin to see and engage yourself in such a wonderful way that you will not be lost to the real you that is inside. You can connect to the real you, and you can actually live a life doing that very thing that you love doing. Like some of you like singing. Some of you might just be the type that in your bedroom, anytime you are in the bedroom, everybody just wants to be silent because they know you are always going to be having inspiration. You will sing new songs, you will compose new songs, but everything ends there in the bedroom. That is a pointer to what are the pointers to self, things that have been given to you by a maker and by a originator, to begin to notice and pay attention to. And I want to let you know that in these days, it is difficult to begin to recognize the loss of identity that has been as a result of the fact that we want to survive. And many people, just because on that tangent of want to survive in life, you have been robbed of your real identity. I want to tell you that from today, continue to go on that path and evolve on that journey, on that thing that comes to your mind that everything that comes to your mind that you know you cannot share with anybody, go and do that thing. It is important for you to listen and pay attention to that thing, because that is what will make you happy. Have you noticed in life that you see some people that they call them rich and miserable? Why are they miserable? They are rich, but they are not fulfilled, because that kind of riches they have is not guaranteed. It's not as a result of what they love to do. They just have to go through life and that is how they are being spent. And many of them, by the time they are getting to their 50s and 60s and they are getting retired, that is when their miserable life starts. And they get to see that all their years and energy have been spent doing what they don't love, and now they are being retired and they don't know how to start doing what they love. I don't want that to be your experience. And that's why I'm encouraging that from today on, begin to pay attention to the messages, to things that people say. Begin to look for people that now, when the people begin to say this thing, it is important to note them and write them down. And now we begin, the next thing which I want to share for those of you that stay to the end is now look for a guide, look for a mentor, look for somebody that can help you in that journey of those things you have written down about yourself. Look for people that are having things in common with what you have have put down, and begin to engage those people constantly. You may say, I don't have them as friends, you don't have them as family. You have them all over the internet. You have them on the social media. You can follow them on any of the angles they have. And you can begin to read about their biography. You can begin to read about them in their books. You can begin to listen about them in their podcast, or in any fashion way. You can so easily connect. They can become your uncle. They can become your friend. They can become your family through that way. And so this is where I want to stop. I don't want to keep it long. I just want to keep it short. And let me quickly have a quick recap on what I've shared about those 3 tips and tools in which you can find yourself back in any area you have been lost in life. And the first steps that I shared with you today was go on a solitude. Embark on an adventure whereby you will be alone with yourself and without any distraction, any noise, and any distraction of life, whereby you can connect to your being and to your maker, and we are being able to decode and download what are those things that you know about yourself. Also, I said the second point is for you what are those things you love to do? Go and start doing them. And then I say the third point is listen to your critics. Listen quietly and note and write down things that even your enemies says about you. And the last one that I added, which was not part of the 3 is now you get rid of your comfort zone and go and embrace those mentors and those guides that can help you begin to live that life that you are enumerated down. Because this actually and secret truly is this long lasting journey to the secret of living a successful and a happy life. And so this is it, guys, and this is where I'm going to be stopping. Thank you everyone that have watched to the end. I appreciate you, and once again I want to encourage you. It takes work, it takes energy, it takes passion and devotion to constantly come every week without failing to upload content and videos like this. Even as a nursing mother of 3, I want to encourage you to please subscribe to my channel. Please click on that button now. Don't you hesitate. Yes, I'm talking to you. Click on that button if you have not subscribed to my channel, and also don't forget to click on the notification bell so that every time I upload content like this, you will get to notify and you will see more of this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with another engaging video. Until I see you, go and commit to your dream and get yourself out of that rat race of life. Bye.